Shalom, everybody. It's the Wyco Nomad with Wyco Resiliency. So, I was originally going to talk a little bit about China, but that's not going to be today's topic. We'll touch upon it at the end of this video. So, let's take a look at last year and last presidency and this presidency. And what I want to get at is the importance of being ready. And I'm not talking about ready to throw on your kit. And yes, I know, I always got to get adjusted. About throwing on your kit and being a open target. Let's think more covert instead of overt. But let's first touch upon a few things. During President Biden's administration, can you tell me how many times the right, and I'm not necessarily, this is including the fringe right, okay? How many times did they shut down cities, start throwing Molotov cocktails? When did they cause a ruckus, a disturbance? How many times? I mean, if you want to post links to when this happened, and I'm talking about shutting down city blocks, burning police stations, how many times did the right, even including the fringe right, do this during the Trump administration? And I'm not talking about what is it? The political front, Proud Boys. There's a group called the Front. We all know they're Fed boys. No, they're not. Okay, whenever they get arrested, they never remove their masks. Why are their face masks not pulled down? Because we don't want people to get their pictures and see them. Identification? Conspiracy theory? Maybe, but I don't know. I'm saying, you know what? What's the term? Agent provocateur, where they send federal government officials into a situation where they start a problem and then the other side responds negatively. Agent provocateurs. So you have the whatever front, the echelon front or whatever. I don't pay attention to fringe groups such as Antifa, BLM. They're fringe left groups, right fringe groups, same problem with them. So, during Biden's administration, how many times? Honestly, I can't think of any major ones, and I'm not trying to be blind to it. I don't remember them. If you remember any, please post up links to it and what damage they caused. Now, during the Trump administration, BLM, Antifa, the Summer of Love, there was a lot of riots going during Trump's administration. Portland, Seattle, a lot of disturbances. Excuse me. My nose itches really bad. That's because you're always sniffing. Welcome to Wyoming, y'all. It's dry here. More caffeine. But we had those disturbances. They were peaceful protests. No, they were disturbances. I don't care what you want to label it as. It was damaging. There's a few of them. Off the top of my head, we'll be kind. We'll say there was at least 3 major problems. We won't bring up all the other states, but Portland, Seattle, there were issues. We are approximately, what is it? January, February, March. We're not even 2 months into the Trump presidency. Second one. Round 2. Fight! Yes, Mortal Kombat joke there. Deal with it. 2 months. Doge is running rampant and people are freaking out over, autistic nerds Welcome to cybersecurity, folks. Guess what? We're all ADHD. Just saying. You look at numbers all day. So, they're going through, well, they don't have their, okay, it's called GRC. Yeah, look that up. GRC analysts and what they do. They go through, they look through everything. Now, saying they're GRC analysts, but your SOC analysts, your GRC analysts, they go through all the code to find problems. Well, these guys are trying to find where waste is. You know what? I'm okay with it right now. My biggest thing is Elon's, anti-remote worker attitude, but that's a whole different rabbit hole. Because 99% of office work can actually be done at home. Just saying. Shut down that building. Turn it into homeless homes. Sorry. Okay. So, back to the point. Sorry. I'm trying to stay focused. So, a lot of problems during the Trump. We're approaching summer, folks. So, with that in mind, be prepared. And I'm not saying I had any, no, just be prepared, okay? Be a good little Boy Scout and Girl Scout. Be prepared. Not saying that when there's a situation, strap on your freaking plate carrier, grab your AR. If that's your plan, you do you, boo. Rule of law will still most likely be in effect. Your best tactic is get off the X. You want to go covert as quickly as possible. Grab your protective gear, okay? Plain and simple. Covertly. Don't just throw on a plate carrier, especially if you're in the middle of a riot. You are going to be target number one. You are there. Look at that person with that on. Look at that person. No, don't play that game. Grab your Go Pack. And hopefully we're to the point now where we're not running around with a bunch of Molly gear and a bunch of, look at me. I'm tactical guy. I used to be that guy. I don't know why. I used to be that guy. My backpack's 5'11". Yay! Expensive Gucci gear. Grab a Osprey bag, green, gray. Throw your gear in there. Be as covert as possible. It is time to think covertly. Concealed carry, you're not strapping on your battle belt. That gear might be in your backpack. Your backpack might have a plate carrier in it. There's a lot of backpacks that have that. I am a huge fan of the Urban Ghost from Vertex. That's still tactical gear. Urban Ghost doesn't look that tactical. I like it as a tech guy because I can throw a laptop in there without any problems, which means I can bring it back and forth to work. Just saying. Think covert as much as possible. It doesn't mean not to have bear spray, taser, your concealed carry with multiple magazines, your first aid kit. You should have a first aid kit in your bag. You should probably even have tourniquets on your pockets. Ankle kit from Refuge Medical. Shameless plug. The ankle kit, okay? On your ankle every day. It's covert. You don't want to be that guy walking around King Supers with an AR-15 strapped to your... If I'm a bad guy and I want to do harm, you're the first one I'm going after. You're the threat. Covert, people, come on. And I know a bunch of you... You do you, boo, okay? This is a suggestion to everyone else. If you're going to go looking for a fight, you're going to find a fight. Get off the X, okay? Keep that in mind as we go into summer. Find covert things. Just be a shadow. Be someone that no one remembers. 6'2", 260 pounds. I have a shaved head and a mohawk. I don't disappear anywhere. Also, as people have said, I have a very loud personality. some of you, yeah. Those of you that know me personally, you're probably like, yeah. I'm the guy that walks into the room and most people turn around and say, pay attention to him and listen to him. It's just, I don't know how I got that way. It's just who I am, and I roll with it. So we're at 10 minutes. Let's talk about a little bit about what I was thinking about with China. A lot of people are China this, China that, China this. China is done in 10 years as a country. They are done in 10 years. So if China has any last ditch attempts at trying to remain relevant, they may try something. Okay, they may. But as a country, as an economic power, they're done in 10 years, maybe 5. This is just looking at numbers. They're done. They're not as big as a threat as you think they are. Now, with that, who's going to possibly be a next huge trade partner? Well, people that Trump pissed off. Vietnam, Southeast Asia, they are going to become a huge trade. We're going to have trade there. Also, America. Manufacturing in America. It may not be what you're thinking it may be. The manufacturing may not be coal-based, the old school industrial. Think high-tech manufacturing. Because if China goes down, who's going to be producing our high-end chips? Where's the AI going to be created? As far as like the IoTs, the Internet of Things, those chips, Mexico. Your next huge trade partner with the US when it comes to technology, lower level technology, and this is not an insult or a shot, it's just infrastructure based. So don't think I'm saying that, the Mexican people are. No, it's the infrastructure. They're not there. We're not there to handle the manufacturing unless we start kicking up the production of our factories and our abilities over the next 10 years. And this can go down a whole rabbit hole of the whole alternate energy. It's a lie. It's just as polluting as oil. Plain and simple. And I don't want to get into that one. But solar don't work during the night, folks. Solar does not work during the nights, and if the wind's not blowing, neither are the wind turbines. And plus, there's not enough lithium, lithium on this planet to support that level of battery creation, let alone lithium poisoning. That's just wrong. So, Mexico. What does this mean? Well, if you have young ones, they need to start learning technical Spanish and the trades like higher end electrical. Plain and simple, electricians. You're going to need more blue collar workers. It's coming, and it's coming fast. And one of the number one trade language, the second most spoken language in the United States is Spanish. Maybe it's time to pick it up. Well, I'm an American. Cool, you're an American. How about knowing a second language? It's not that difficult. My wife knows Spanish. My wife can basically speak, not fluently, mind you. She can only speak one fluently, one very, very close to fluent, and then 3 others she can get by. Arabic is one of them. And Russian. Me, I can barely speak English, and all y'all know that from these videos. However, I am trying to learn some Spanish. The ladies at my work are always trying to share words with me. I do have a friend that shares other words with me, but apparently I can't use those in public. Thank you, friends. Technical Spanish, more of a how to explain in Spanish chip creation, blueprinting, okay? This is what we should be teaching middle schoolers, the importance of blue collar work, not to, shoot down such things as we want them involved in cybersecurity too, high tech. Got news for you. You don't need to have a college degree. I mean, I do have 2 degrees. You don't need a college degree to do cyber or programming. Most certifications, don't even get us started on boot camps. Most certifications can get you where you need to go. Just a little bit of tenacity and I'm going to get this done. Okay? Something to keep in mind, but China, done in 10 years. Plain and simple. And if you're, well, how you say that? Geopolitical studies. If you look into the geopolitics of things, and if you look at China's economy and what they set up, the numbers don't lie. They're done in 10 years. Okay? With that, I am the Wyco Nomad. Thank you for watching Wyco Resiliency. We're done at almost 16 minutes. I tried to get to the point on this one. You can like, subscribe, share. You know the show. You know where all my affiliates are. They're in the description. If you want to help support the show and support me, please, Kofifi, Jace Cases, all that. And you know what? With the way shit's going, guys, you might want to look at those Jace Cases because we got a tariff war coming. Something to think about. Tariffs are bad. First aid kits, refuge medical, all the time. If you don't like human trafficking, help support Caleb House. They are building a restoration home for survivors of human trafficking. And Grindstone Ministries can always use your prayers and your supports. If the Spirit moves you, as I slap my microphone with my hand, because you needed that noise. But with that, thank you, everybody. Shalom. I love you. Watch your 6.